Good morning, Sagittarius. Today is November 11th, 2022, 11/11/22. Some magical numbers going on. But this is Bow and Arrow Tarot with your daily general reading. As always, I am asking you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to the page. Comment if this message resonates with you. If it does not, leave it where it's at because we don't want to take on energy that does not belong to us. Guys, please, if you're viewing this again, subscribe. I'm asking for people to subscribe and also vote in the community poll that I have up. No one's voted yet, but I'm hoping to get some answers just to see what you guys would like to see more of on this channel, especially with the lives. Yeah. So let's get into it and see what you have for your next 24 Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Next 24 hours for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Father Sims. Father Sims. Let's see what Father Sims says to us today. Give me a second while I pull up his card and the key. I think I passed it up. And I did. All right, Father Sims. Father Sims is temperance, y'all. The scripture that goes with this is, who gives the ibis wisdom, or who gives the rooster understanding? Job 38:36. The plant associated with Father Sims is the pea vine. Father Sims is dressed in a purple satin robe in which he liked to work. The rooster represents him, and the two streams of water represent his baptism as a two-headed doctor, a hoodoo that does good and bad work. Father George Sims, born Joe Watson and nicknamed the Frizzly Rooster, was a preacher and root worker from New Orleans. Hey, 504 in the house. That's what I'm talking about. They called him the Frizzly Rooster because many people kept at least one chicken in the backyard for the sole purpose of scratching up any roots that may have been placed there by an enemy. He had a reputation for being able to effectively place or lift curses and read anyone. Father Sims was a bit eccentric and was comfortable doing good or bad workings. He gave sermons at Myrtle Wreath Hall, and that's where his most famous student, Zora Neale Hurston, made his acquaintance. After weeks of performing superficial tasks without anything being explained to her, she was initiated by Father Sims, given the name the Boss of Candles, and finally taught the deeper mysteries. It is a common misconception that root work is never an initiatic system, but while this is the case for many, initiations are not unheard of. When Father Sims comes up in a reading, it's asking you to review your position regarding your inquiry. If you've taken an extreme or one-sided position, now's the time to consider things from a more balanced perspective. Balance, Sagittarius. Things do not have to be black and white, so don't force it to be. If you have been asked to compromise or cooperate, but you feel resistant to the idea, this card is a good sign that you haven't considered all of the aspects of the situation. If you've been asked to give someone an answer, don't respond until you feel more centered. To do otherwise may cause deep regret and feelings to be hurt unnecessarily. Try to be fair. If you receive Father Sims in a reading, consider the following. What would be gained by compromising? Is it worth more than the perceived loss? Are you being fair? Sometimes less is more. Extremists never think they're extreme. Peace is priceless. Focus on healing and recovery. An alliance is not such a bad idea. What am I bringing to the potluck dinner? Perhaps add something else to the mix. Other races, religions, and ethnic groups exist. Maybe it's time to learn more about other people. So, Sag, with this card, Father Sims, aka the Temperance card, coming up, right now I'm feeling like you need to be a little more open-minded about where you're headed. In the last few days, it's been seeming that you have been pretty one-sided about something, and instead of taking things from the past and learning from it, you are actually being held back by it. And today, in your next 24, this could show up as, because of some trauma that you've been through, a situation is presenting itself and you're resistant to that. So Father Sims is asking you, Sag, to be open-minded today, to think more of a teamwork aspect instead of I have to do it all by myself. It's either my way or no way, right? The bottom of this deck is crazy, as always. And it ties right along with what we've been saying back to back. You know, I find that, especially because I am a Sag Sun and Rising, that, you know, we always get our hopes up about something. And when it doesn't turn out the way that we want, we are stuck on the way that we wanted it to be, instead of kind of opening our minds up to the possibilities of something happening another way, right? And that has a lot to do with our tenacity and just driving force. We are very strong-minded and strong-willed individuals. So we always think that things are supposed to turn out one way, but we are also deep individuals, okay? So Sag, even with our lives, you know, we like to philosophize and we like to teach a lot too. So we have to take those same teachings and philosophies and apply it to our own lives as well. Sometimes we do not practice what we preach. And, you know, that's a flaw within Sagittarius that we need to fix. Practice what we preach. You know, we always tell people to have hope, and we are the optimistic sign, and we like to solve mysteries. Well, right now we are walking in the middle of a mystery to get to where we want to be, and we don't exactly know how that's going to turn out. So you can't shut off the possibilities, Sagittarius. You can't shut off to just thinking about, oh, I've been through this before, I'm not doing this again. You know what I mean? Because it might be something in there that, yeah, it looks the same, but that right there, that was trickery. This right here is the real thing. We came up on the themes of thinking, letting go of the past, and keeping the pace to keep going. All of those things matter right now. So let's get some clarification on Father Sims. Can I get some clarification on Father Sims, please? Clarification on Father Sims. I don't know how this is showing up for you guys. Okay. Temperance is patience, right? Right, Sag? And we are temperance. The number 14, that's us. Right now, Spirit is asking you to keep going. Keep working. Don't stop. Because if you stop because of something that you've been through, a traumatic situation, or, you know, you're responding from a place of trauma and not from a place of open-mindedness and actual guidance, you're going to cut yourself short. It's going to turn to this real fast. Real fast. Let's keep up the work that we're doing, Sag. How hard is it to tell ourselves just one more day, every day? Just one more day to keep going. I learned that from somebody. And it was one of the most powerful things that I could have heard. Every time I feel like giving up, I just tell myself, one more day. And if that did not keep me, myself, on point to keep going, then, I don't know what would have. But right now, Spirit is asking us to keep your head down and keep working. Keep your head down and keep working. Don't dwell on what isn't, because it makes no sense. I can't wait for y'all to see the bottom of this deck, of this hoodoo deck. As always, I feature the bottom of the deck in the shorts. And look what's on the bottom. Look what was under this on the bottom of the deck. Not under it, but look what was on the bottom of the deck in the Rider-Waite. Keep your head focused, working. Keep yourself occupied with a positive, the sun, for that wish fulfillment. Be patient, Sag. It's coming. Be patient. Be open-minded to the possibilities of how things are going to come and show up in your life right now. This is a mystery that you cannot solve before it transpires, Sag. I'm sorry to tell you. Look what was under that. Patience. Patience. And the Five of Wands was under that. Teamwork. Five of Wands in reverse, sorry. Teamwork. Being on one accord. Possibly inviting others into the mix. And not feeling like you have to do everything on your own. Just because you have been pushed into a place of survival mode and doing it on your own before doesn't necessarily mean that that is the way that this situation is going to play out. So you have to trust Spirit and let Source, what Source has provided to Spirit for you, you have to allow that to happen. Okay, Sag? I will see you guys tomorrow, and take care.